Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll be talking about avalanches. You know, the type where snow or rock falls down quickly from the mountain. Please remember to like and subscribe. Let's get right into it. Fact 1. Two forms. When talking about snow avalanches, there are really two forms. There is the slab avalanche, which is frequently in snow that has been deposited and have a big heavy block or slab of snow. In this type of avalanche, tightly packed snow will be triggered by a collapse of an underlying weak snow layer. What this means is that the top slab layer is actually supported by a very loose snow layer that could easily move the entire slab out of its place. The second form of the most common avalanches is the loose snow avalanches. The loose snow avalanche is made completely of loose snow. When this happens, because of the gravity pulling the snow down the mountain, the snow gets faster and faster, creating a really unstoppable force coming at you if you're in the path of the avalanche. The loose snow avalanche could be a little safer because it is not heavy. Now let's get into the next fact. Fact 2. Prevention. Did you know that there are ways to prevent avalanches? Here, these are snow fences to prevent snow from crumbling and crashing down the side of the mountain. Humans also go to the side of the mountain where there's potential avalanches and set off an explosive or detonation charge to create the avalanche so that the underneath snow after the avalanche has occurred will not be able to run down the mountain because the caretakers of the mountainside has already knocked down all the either slab or loose snow from the side of the mountain, and then for people will not be able to trigger it because the remaining snow on the ground is perhaps hardened ice or very thick and hardened pieces that's not easily moved. So as a result, it is very useful for ski resorts and mountain ranges to practice these prevention techniques so that humans, as they're skiing or using the mountain, don't accidentally set off an avalanche and cause unnecessary death. Now let's get into the next fact. Fact 3. It happens on Mars. Now, I mentioned the avalanches that we just talked about are snow-based, but did you know Mars also has avalanches? But the Mars avalanche or the Martian avalanches aren't made of snow. They're made of loose rock. It has been observed through satellites orbiting around Mars. Generally, sliding of rock or dirt or dust is more called landslide than avalanches. But in this video, we'll consider them a different type of avalanche. And so on the Martian surface, there are huge mountains. And because Mars also has gravity, it causes loose rocks or loose pieces of dirt fall down from the mountainside, creating a massive train of rocks and dust, which is similar to an avalanche. Here is a picture of it happening on the Martian surface. You can see a huge sliding of dust and rock off a mountain ridge. This happens naturally, of course, because no one is actually there, but the weight of the rock and dust itself caused this to happen. Here is another image of a mountain ridge having an avalanche of rock and dust. You can see here all the dust plume created from this avalanche on Mars. Now let's get into the next fact. Fact 4. Wet types. As we mentioned earlier, there is the slab avalanche, which is composed of thick, heavy slabs of snow, and it falls down because the underneath supporting layer is loose and weak. This is the most dangerous type of avalanches because the wet snow makes it so compact and heavy that if you are in the way of this kind of wet type avalanche, not only would you be knocked to the ground so fast because the snow is so heavy, once it is on top of you, it would be feeling like concrete that you cannot possibly penetrate with your bare hand. The wet type avalanche is the most dangerous and the one you do not want to encounter. As we'll go into the next section, for the wet type avalanche, the survival rate is extremely low because the wet type snow also blocks out oxygen, and therefore you only have less or smaller amount of time than other type of avalanches to breathe under a huge slab of snow. It is very, very dangerous. Now let's get into the next and final fact: survival. As we mentioned, the wet type of snow is really slim in terms of survival because the snow is so heavy you cannot possibly knock through and call for help. And also the lack of oxygen. You run out of oxygen much quicker in the wet type than the loose type. In a case of avalanches, the best survival really is to just stay put and hope for rescue. There's really nothing you can do because you cannot dig out the snow. There's really no way for you to move about because you're just completely trapped and immobilized. And so the only hope is for trained rescue people and animals to find you and dig you out. So the best chance of survival really is to stay calm, conserve energy, and really hope for the best. Well, that's it for my video. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. See you next time.